Good morning, students. Today we are going to deep dive inside the earth through this chapter to unravel the mystery that earth is carrying out. The chapter, that is interior of the earth, are going to deal with this kind of study. The solid surface on which all the biotic life as well as abiotic things exists are the only skin part of our earth. We can dig the surface of the earth, but to an extent only, beyond of which cannot, because of increasing temperature and pressure with increasing depth. The various landforms like the mountain, islands, plateau, plains, and all the other geographical features as we observe on the surface of earth are the outcome of both exogenic as well as endogenic processes of the earth. It's easier to observe and explain the exogenic factors like running water, rainfalls, wind, temperature and pressure, climate, and all which shape the earth's surface, but is quite difficult to observe and explain the internal process, that is endogenic process, which are continuously in process inside the earth, affects the earth's surface in various forms like volcanic eruption, earthquake, tsunamis, folding and faulting, and through various means. But it is very important for us to know the internal structure of the earth and the process that affects the surface landforms where we as a human being lives and our lives are greatly affected. In the previous chapter, you might have noticed that the earth's forming material are distributed in different layers of earth. Then the question arises, how we gathered such information? What is the source of such information? Actually, scientists gathered such information through estimates and inferences based on direct sources as well as through indirect sources. Let us study what is the direct source of information. First one is through minings. You can see here in the slide shaft mines. There was a deepest gold mines. We take the example from the Kimberley Plateau of the South Africa. It is as deep as 3 to 4 kilometers. It is quite impossible for the humans to dig more inside the earth because of increasing temperature and pressure. Second one is drilling project. There are various drilling projects carried out by the scientists. For an example, deep ocean drilling project. You can see here in this picture. First one is deep ocean drilling project. Second one is integrated ocean drilling project. The deepest drilling project at Koala, that is 12 kilometer, and beneath that, beyond that drill depth, it is not possible for the scientist or the geographer. So because of increasing temperature and pressure, and the information which was gathered after the material collection, because the material collection was very different from the different depth. And the third one is through volcanic eruption. You can see here in the picture, this is the volcano through which magma is, or you can say the lava is coming out of the vent of the volcano. Through magma, we can easily distinguish the kind of material which is upwelling inside of the earth. And the second one is indirect sources of information. First one is through estimation and calculation. As we gather information of increasing density, temperature and pressure with increasing depth, we are able to calculate its rate of change, keeping in mind the thickness of the earth. This is the mathematical application through which we get the information about the structures of the material inside the earth. Second one is through meteors. You can see here meteors which are coming from the space and strikes the earth's surface, and it is generally assumed that the structures of the meteors and the mineral compositions are similar to that of earth, which is of great help for the geographers. The third one is through reading magnetic anomalies. Magnetic anomaly is difference in gravity of different places. You can see there is difference in gravity recorded at different places owing to variation in length of radius of the earth at different places. We can easily, for easier one, we can take the example of equator and poles. At equator, the gravity is less as compared to the gravity recorded at the surface of poles, because the length of radius of the earth is more at the equator as compared to the length of radius of the earth to the surface of poles. And the last one is, which is the most important in terms of geography, that is seismic activity. You can see here in this slide, this is the seismic activity. This is a seismograph at which the seismic waves are recorded, for which we will discuss in the later part of our study.